No, but to go back to the locks.
Yeah.
You can't have an indoor lock. Not like a lock to the outside, but an inside lock that, from like a bedroom to a hallway.
Yeah.
Where the lock you turn it 12 degrees and that's it. That's all it goes. That's not enough security. I needed to have at least a 25 to 50% turn. Either a quarter of the way or half the way, so I know it's engaged.
I don't think that adds to the security. I think a door lock is just a door lock.
I think it does.
However it's made.
It might.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's the Tacks podcast and episode 24. And we're having another highbrow debate about door locks.
Yeah. It's legit.
Belly's full of chicken store once more.
Yeah.
I hesitated to start the episode. I felt this huge burp coming, but it just settled in the pit of my chest here. Feels terrible. I feel like there's a gorilla gripping my heart right now. Just waiting for those gorilla sweats. The gorilla chicken sweats. Oh, yes. We have a beautiful show for you all today.
I doubt it.
We're going to do our best. Oh, man. So I know we were talking earlier, and you mentioned that you would have sex with Billie Eilish, or Eyelashes, whatever her name is. And I
can either confirm or deny that story.
Well, that's why I wanted to wait to talk about it until we started the show, because I was getting ready to just lambast you over it, because I don't see it in her at all, dude. I don't know. When I look at her, it's just like there's no real definition or anything like that. And I don't find her particularly talented by any stretch of the means.
You might be right. I'm not. I don't know if you're right though.
About what?
I think there's some talent. There's some talent going on.
I don't think there is.
What was?
It was a quick one. A little quick draw shit.
No.
But no, I don't know, man. I think you need to come to terms with your sexuality if you think she's attractive.
No, she's talented too,
I get it. I mean,
look, you think
tough.
I want to give some credit to someone about something?
What do you mean?
No.
You can be honest.
But how many times have I said someone has talent? I don't give a fuck.
Whatever.
Not like I'm badass, I don't give a fuck. I don't know. Maybe people have talent. I don't care.
I don't know. I think there's a little bit of edge to it when you say that.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a hint of wizardry.
No, there's no wizardry, but all right, get over it.
Yeah, but, I guess that's more on my end. I'm over here oh, she ain't shit.
I know, yeah, I'm trying to give her credit. Her credit's due.
Stupid Billie Eyelashes.
Yeah.
Your stupid fucking weird beats.
Well, I mean, her and her brother produce all the music, so you got to give them some credit there. How many people are doing that these days?
Me, us, all my friends.
And
do stuff.
Blowing up here. Yeah. Step aside.
Adam put his 2 weeks in yesterday.
yeah.
I'm out.
No.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, let's see. Let's move on. Let's get some content for the sweet people out there. And I guess let's go into some bad news.
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Okay, give me the bad news.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
This whole thing fucking sucks. I mean, this is the biggest pile of shit.
This is a very unnecessary intro for the news. They're dead.
That's pretty good.
Oh, man. So, former Maryland cop charged with rape and attempting to infect his victim with HIV. A strong wag of the finger to this gentleman. Martique Vanderpool was indicted on 11 charges, including rape and attempt to transfer HIV. I didn't even know they had a name for
Well, I think it's actually a crime in a lot of states.
Well, I mean, it should be. I just didn't realize
Well, when it was not when you could just take a pew and be fine.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was like, people were freaked out, man. They're like, everyone was like running to the,
Oh, yeah, it was a mass panic.
oh, yeah. It's like, oh, he sneezed. Did he have AIDS?
We kind of have something like that going on right now, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, this fucking guy
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
accused. So this is what happened here. 30-year-old ex-policeman now, of course, accused of raping a woman after a traffic stop when he was an officer of the Fairmont Heights Police, according to Prince George County Police Department.
Where's that?
This looks like Maryland.
Oh, Maryland. Okay.
Yeah. That's where they filmed The Wire. I'm still obsessed with that show.
Try The Wire.
You need to watch it, dude.
I've dabbled with it over the years.
It's one of those ones where, like, I don't know, man. When it first came out, I guess I was just too young to really be into it.
I think you're right. It's a great show. It's like, how much time do I want to spend investing in trying to watch a great show?
Right.
Not a lot.
I do. I mean, I've got the time, clearly.
Well, no, but like Sopranos, I'll revisit Sopranos. I know what it was like.
Right.
Like, I've watched it before, so like, I know what's gonna happen, but it's still entertaining. Like, God, do I gotta dive into something else and do fucking 10 seasons of, I don't know.
Just do it at your own pace. It's not like you have to sit there and...
I'm doing it at my own pace right now. Not
at all. Yeah.
Yes, that's my own pace. Not doing it. So
fair enough. So let's see. After they stop this woman, Vanderpool. I like that name for some reason. That's a cool name. Vanderpool and another officer stopped the woman's car last September. Vanderpool asked her to get out. One of the officers handcuffed her and called for a tow truck to take the woman's car away. And then, they took her back to the police station and demanded the victim engage in sex acts or be arrested. And the victim complied. See, right there, I mean, why wouldn't you just got to take the charge, and then once you get some time in front of like an attorney or something, you got to be like, look, these guys tried to like get me to fuck them. Right? I mean, there's got to be, especially this day and age, there's credence behind all these claims. Like, they're going to investigate.
Maybe.
They're not going to sit there and try to be those guys.
Maybe. Middle America, dude, you can get away with that, man, probably.
But this is in Maryland, dude. This is like...
Yeah, Maryland, whatever, dude.
Hiroshima, Hiroshima, Hiroshima.
Dude, who gives a turkey where it is, but
yeah, naughty boy, dude. Naughty boy.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. In other news,
oh boy,
Tinder adds a panic button for dates that go wrong. How about you don't just fuck strangers on the internet?
What does a panic button mean? What do you need a panic button? You dial 911.
Well, not only that, but I mean, how many... That just sounds too easy to accidentally set off.
It's going to be tripped all over the place.
Well, yeah, and then there's going to be a whole fuckload of these, like, other Me Too cases that lead nowhere. And, like, could you imagine that? You're just, like, some fucking incel. And you're like, oh, man, finally some chick, some gross broad on the internet wants to hook up. You get Me Too'd. That's how you fucking get more shootings. We're supposed to be staving these off, not encouraging them.
Yeah. And what if they can hack into the app and then swat you remotely by saying you pressed it?
That would be... I mean, that's going to make for some funny fucking videos, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never used the app before, so I didn't know that there wasn't one already. I feel like that's kind of a common sense thing, but not hooking up with strangers on the internet should be common sense too, I feel like.
Does Uber have one?
Ugh. I mean, I would imagine so.
They probably do, yeah.
I feel like they would probably need one on both ends of that whole thing,
Yeah.
I saw a video the other day of some fucking Uber driver. He stops right, and the lady just leans over and spits in his face and gets out of the car and walks away.
Dude, shut up.
I swear to God, man. She just leans over, spits in his face, then gets out. And the guy keeps his cool, too. He, like, wipes his face off, and he drives off. I imagine he probably called the cops or something. You can't just let that go.
Did he film it, or did someone else?
Well, he had one of those dash cams.
Right. So there was dash cam. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably knowing that he's going to be fine. They know who that person is because she had an Uber account.
Very, very true.
And he can charge her with assault. He doesn't need to be aggressive back to her because he knows he's going to...
I would just black out, and I would forget all of that due process, and there would just be teeth and pieces of jawbone on the ceiling of my car. I would lose my fucking cool so quickly. I used to lose my shit when I was delivering edible arrangements, dude. Like, I get the worst road rage, and then when I can't find an address, or if you got some fucking goofy shit out in front of your house like we do where you can't see the numbers.
Yeah.
I would just lose it. I would
Yep.
lose it in that car all the time. And I look goofy as fuck because I'm wearing this super bright, colorful, like,
Is there an
fruit shirt.
outfit for?
Yeah, there's shirts. It's like a multicolored, goofy looking polo.
No.
Actually, I think I've still got some. I might still have some. I'll give you one.
There's an animal arrangements uniform.
Kind of. Yeah, I mean, it's just
Kinda,
a shirt. I mean, they have hats and other apparel.
Oh.
I can get up with Ted, dude, and get you some mailed to your house.
Nah.
You don't want to go full regalia?
Nah.
Regalier?
No.
Let's see, what else is going on in this world of mine? What's going on? I left my ass off when you sent me that. I need to quit. Like, I swear to God, FaceTiming you at work and shit like that with the earbud in, I just, like, let out random laughs and shit like that, and the customers look at me like I'm a silly person.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't normally say anything back. I just smile and then snicker and stare at the ground and hope nobody asks me what I'm laughing at.
The acid.
Yeah. Microdosing, man. So yeah, Australia is getting the shit kicked out of it again.
What?
There's fucking massive hailstorm.
Oh, rain's come now?
Well, it's just like golf ball sized hail.
Oh, that's water. It'll melt at least.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure they could use it, but I mean, if you're going to give someone some help, Jesus Christ, there's a better delivery mechanism than fucking hail.
First of all, I don't know who you just referenced there. I don't think that person exists, but
What?
I don't know. Who did you just say?
What, did I refer to like there
You
being
said
a
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not fucking paying attention to that.
Oh. All right.
I'm out here trying
Never
to
mind.
get the scoop. I'm out here trying to give everybody the scoop.
Punchline's ruined. Go on.
Well, what can you do? Yeah, fuck it. Keep it going for another time. I was like, to crash or not to crash. But yeah, the city of Canberra got hit with hailstorms. And I saw some video from that earlier. It was like literally just tearing aluminum awnings and shit like that apart. It was just, dude was smashing up cars.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, that can kill you. That's like a fucking, if you're in a busy city like that and it just starts coming down like that, I can imagine there's probably been some issues.
You just start doing karate chops, dude.
Start chopping to the left.
Yeah. No. But
Don't fucking just suck the energy right out of my karate chop routine.
so are you playing one of these videos or what are you doing?
No, I didn't really want to watch them.
Okay,
I mean, it's just a bunch.
all right.
Like I was thinking about it earlier, but like all it is annoying hail sound and people
Oh,
going,
God.
"I know, he's fucking hailing."
I know.
Bunch of golf ball hails coming on the head.
Yeah, it's a
Giving me
bummer,
bruises.
man, that all that stuff's going on.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, we have a lot of listeners out in Australia too, so keep your head up, and we're thinking of you. Definitely glad we're not there.
Well, I'll tell you this, because where I live, like we had a really close fire
Mm-hmm.
to the house a couple of years ago.
Right.
Like super close, and it's terrible. It's frightening, and you get fucking everything is smoked out, man. You go
Right.
outside, it's there's smoke. You can't fucking breathe. You gotta close your windows and shit.
Well, there was a summer where it got so
Like, it's
bad that it
bad.
got down to my end of town, and like
Yeah.
I remember we were hanging
It
out
was.
throwing the frisbee, and like it was just clearly a fucking thick haze,
Yeah,
and we weren't
Chad
standing that
Hayes.
far.
Yeah.
Big up. And we weren't standing that far apart from one another.
yeah. It was terrible. Like it doesn't even come close to what's happening in Australia, but
Right.
I know it's a bummer because
Where?
Australia.
Oh, okay.
On it.
Oh, I know. All right, let's move on, baby boy.
We're just moving on. You don't need to say we're moving on.
Dog, I'll fucking conduct myself however the fuck I feel like. Trying to be professional and shit.
Oh.
Revealed the true identity of the leader of an American neo-Nazi terror group. Now, the funniest part is this picture and the name, because he doesn't have the features of someone you would consider Aryan. And his name is Ronaldo Nazaro.
Spanish.
Which, yeah, I was led to think.
What if he's from Spain?
I don't know. I still feel like that's just really weird that this guy is the figurehead of the largest neo-Nazi terror group in America.
Yeah,
America.
Yeah, I don't know if that could be legitimate or not.
He's the fall guy.
Oh, okay.
He looks like a stoner. He looks like somebody that like I would order research chemicals from, like, on the Silk Road.
Yeah, I would agree with that. 100%.
Forgot to turn on my VPN. Compromise. Everybody get on the flow.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
He looks like a dummy.
Yeah, I'm not really buying it.
Oh shit. So apparently they uncovered encrypted emails and messages that were being sent to a bunch of their members, and they said that the FBI uncovered a plan for them to start a race war. How many people do they actually have? Let's be realistic about this. Like, is there really enough people that are fighting for these, like, ridiculous, like, whatever the fuck these guys are about is clearly misguided given their members, and just, I mean, look at that guy. That he's not all the way there. But, like, do they really have enough people, and are they organized enough to do something like that? Wouldn't enough people just be like, all right, these buttholes over here, just fucking either kill them or throw them in jail?
There's 10 to 15 of them.
Max.
We're pushing it when I say 15.
Yeah, I don't see neo-Nazis being a real credible threat to anyone. Just
what about
because...
Morpheus Nazis?
What the fuck is a Morpheus Nazi?
It's a neo-Nazis.
Oh, shut up, dude! Oh my god. Oh, that one like hurt when I finally got it.
Yeah.
Ugh. Wow. Yeah. Whoa. I know Kung Fu. Fucking Keanu Reeves. But yeah, I just don't feel like they have the numbers to get anything done on the scale they're talking about. They seem like dipshits.
They don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, speaking of Neo, you know there's going to be another Matrix.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He said there's a Matrix 4.
You heard it here.
Who's directing it? The
The
Wachowski sisters?
I think so. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Trans Ams featured in that movie.
No.
No?
Firebirds.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. You pick one, I'll pick one. I like calling them Trans Ams. Firebird's cool too. Whatever.
All right.
We need to start getting an idea together for like a t-shirt design featuring the logo, but we'll modify it. Oh, shit. All right. Oh, here we go. Scientists move doomsday clock closer to midnight.
They've been doing that for years.
Yeah, I know. And everybody's like, this is the closest it's ever been, man. And it's also like a man-made thing. This is like the terror alert to me. Like, you just get so used to the hype and all this other bullshit that, like, oh, now we're in terror level chartreuse or whatever the fuck it is. And you're just like, well, do I go to school today? Like,
oh, I know. Like, oh, it's level yellow, threat level yellow.
Yeah, they're like, no, carry on as you normally would. Don't let anything change. Otherwise, the terrorists win. It's like, well, at least let me fucking stay home for the day.
Give me a heads up.
Yeah, something. The doomsday clock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, guy.
It's fucking, that's
give me a
fucking
break.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
The scientists warned Thursday that Earth is inching closer to disaster. I don't even want to spend any time on this. This is stupid.
Well,
it's set at 100 seconds to midnight. What does that even mean? Like, what does this even
I don't know.
translate to? Is this...
You tell me because, yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean anything.
This is just fucking stupid.
It's a group of people. Granted, a lot of them are very intelligent. Their opinion, like...
I get the symbolism, and I get the message behind it and stuff like that, but...
Well, that's all it is. So, I mean, it's...
exactly. It's an empty gesture.
It's just corny, dude. That's all it is. It's corny.
Something takes a part of me.
Yeah. Well, something did take a part of him.
Yeah, wasn't that an uncle or something like that?
Oh, no, I was just talking about how he killed himself.
No, he didn't kill himself.
Chester?
No, that's Linkin Park. I was singing Korn.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right.
No, the Korn guy got raped. I just don't know by who.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really...
Yeah. I don't even know why the fuck I pulled this up, man. Fucking stupid doomsday clock. Get off my goddamn tab line. I got too many tabs open for that bullshit. All right. Food market at the center of a deadly coronavirus outbreak admits selling live koalas, snakes, rats, and wolves. Another common sense fucking thing here. Like, who doesn't know that handling koalas, you're going to get chlamydia probably? They transfer that shit. Quit hitting the mic. I'm not going to tell you again.
I'm not familiar with koalas, dude, and the fact that they have chlamydia.
They do. Hit that mic again, dude. You're just testing me at this point. You see me? I got the chicken sweats and shit. I'm already jumpy. I'll come over there. Say I won't.
Them goddamn edibles have gone to your head.
Yeah, probably.
No, I mean koalas, dude. Come on now.
But who's eating them? And why are you eating those?
Oh, they were eating the koalas?
Yeah, look.
Dude,
Why
are you eating a koala, dude?
It's a food market selling koalas, snakes, rats, and wolves.
Wolves?
Snakes, whatever.
Where are they getting wolves?
Well, that's another thing.
Where are they getting
Somebody's out there breeding wolves.
Yeah, come on.
For sale.
meat?
Yeah, for sale at the Chinese food market.
Yeah, come on. How big of a return is on a wolf? You got to raise a wolf? You know how expensive that would be?
What a pain in the ass it is. They're so temperamental and fucking weird.
Their shit's got to be huge.
It's a fucking weird animal.
Yeah. Unless you're selling that wolf meat for 20 grand, it ain't worth it.
But I mean, this is just one of those things where it's like, what did you really think? What did you think was going to happen?
I mean,
what do you think was going to happen?
One would think the beans will be spewed. Sorry, I really was just about to almost correct myself from saying spewed. But yeah, the beans will be spewed. You know.
Oh shit, dude. But yeah, eating rats. Come on.
It's probably not a good idea.
And this is like a major city.
Yeah, man, you can get sick from that shit.
Well, they are. Look at them. I hate all the hype around it, though. Like, yeah, I get it. Well, it's like, I get it. It's like a serious virus. It can fuck you up and kill you and shit like that. It's spreading like wildfire. But, like, Reuters tweeted that they cured the first patient today successfully.
Well, it's not a highly fatal necessarily disease, or virus, rather.
Right.
You know, it is amongst, I think, the young and the old, which is typical.
Right.
And lowered immune systems,
flu-like symptoms.
But that can be dangerous in it starts in Chinese population like that,
right? Because of the density.
Yeah, we're talking millions of people per city in heavy concentrated. The sanitized. I don't think it's very sanitary.
No, of course not. We've seen. I mean,
the open air fish markets are a problem,
right?
You know, so it would spread like, and they quarantine those cities now,
right?
That's because they waited too long. They knew what was going on.
Of course.
It's that top-down system, dude.
Exactly.
It's when there's that hierarchy, certain levels are afraid to fucking tell the higher level, hey, I think we're having a fucking outbreak here, because maybe the health standards suck.
Well, of course. They're not traditionally a very just people, so
so they let it ride too long, and then it gets out of control. Like, oh, we really got to fucking clean this up.
Yeah.
Quarantine a bunch of cities. So, I don't know. You can prevent this kind of shit, and that's embarrassing. That they should be embarrassed.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like this is fucking
Well, they have the infrastructure. They're technologically advanced enough to where that shouldn't have been a problem. Yeah. And I don't appreciate the media stepping in once again and just creating this fucking hype around something that's going to end up being nothing again.
Yeah, sure. Even if it came here, I mean, it's going to be,
which it has. I mean, there's isolated cases in a few states right now, but I mean, do you really think? I honestly don't see this being anything like a couple of weeks from now. It's just going to be
no, it won't, because I mean,
one of the first 2020 memes.
Not very fatal. I mean, you look back at like the Spanish flu.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that fucked up millions of people.
Right.
There was a whole generation of lost because of that in the early 1900s.
Right.
Google it, people, if you want to. Spanish flu.
But again, like you were saying, man, it's they were also victims of their time, given the lack of.
Well, they didn't. I mean, there was stopping an epidemic at that point, or a pandemic, is like,
yeah, it's
that time of. Yeah, you have technologies that start. Your screening technologies are a lot better right now. But there was probably more advantageous because, commercial flight wasn't a thing back then. So you'd have to take a ship. I mean, you could fucking turn a ship around and be like, hey, you got to turn the fuck around.
Right.
Now
it's worse than ever just because
people
of
land.
Sheer.
Yeah,
it's a petri dish flying in the air.
Oh, God. I hate flying.
No, it's the worst. And I mean, that's the thing is my primary concern is always just the safety of flight itself and like the lack of control. And you see all these things now in the news about like Boeing and shit like that. It's just frightening. But then if you can get past that fear, you have to worry about everyone that's fucking just jammed in this stupid germ tube.
I mean, it's nuts to think in general. I mean, you're in this metal tube and somehow it's floating in the sky. I mean, it's not floating people. I
Right.
get that. I get to understand the physics.
Fuck them. Don't fucking explain anything. You don't have to explain anything to them.
It's like a hunk of metal just shooting through the sky. Like that shouldn't fucking exist.
Exactly.
But that does, so
It's
it's
just
disgusting.
weird.
But it's very disgusting. You go in there. I mean, the last time I was on a flight, I got yelled at. I think I've told this story, so I wouldn't tell it again. But
Wait, when did you get yelled at?
on the way here,
For what?
years ago, 7 years ago.
Well, what did you do? I know you.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm a tall gentleman. I'm 6'4".
Freakishly large.
Yeah.
Some would
So
say.
my knees were pinned to the back of the seat because the lady in front of me reclined her, that 2-inch recline she got in.
Right.
Good thing, because you couldn't relax unless you were 2 inch at a.
I know.
2-inch
I hate that
fucking
they even
diagonal.
The fact they put it there is such a big fuck you to the people that fly
It is, man.
on a regular basis.
It's bogus, dude.
So I can imagine. I imagine like this leads to the chair goes back, touches your knees. You probably asked her kindly. Hey.
No. Yes and no. Pinned my knees.
Right.
I didn't say anything for at least 2.5 hours.
Really.
Yeah, so, we went on, and then I finally said something. I was like, what's going on here? Like, do you mind if you move, like, your seat up a little bit? My knees have been pinned back here.
Right.
And she said I was rude, so.
Just for asking that?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like that, I've seen almost every time I've ever flown, which isn't that many, granted, but like every time I've flown, I've witnessed some sort of heated exchange between passengers. It's always the boarding and the descent, rather, or when you're exiting the craft.
Yeah.
But I saw one that was similar. Basically, like this really, really old lady, she was trying to get her bag up in the overhead thingy, and then a younger chick, she'd probably look like she was like in her early 20s or whatever, like kind of bodied into this old lady and like slammed her bag like up into the overhead thing. And then the lady couldn't fit her bag up there. And so the old lady turns around and goes, "Aren't you just way too rude?" And the girl turned around like someone had just fucking like, kicked her in the lips or whatever. But she was just like, "Excuse me, bitch." And like it turned into this whole fucking thing. And then the male stewardesses or whatever the fuck you call them, flight attendants, they wouldn't get involved. They the two dudes ran to the back and they grabbed two chicks, and the two chicks were just like, ma'am, like they were both talking to each one, trying to calm them down, but they were just like yelling and swearing at each other. But dude, like a good 10 minutes though. I mean, it got heated. I thought like the captain was going to freak out or whatever, just be like, all right, that's it, fucking delay. And then I start getting the shakes because I need those maintenance drinks.
Those MDs, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fucking weapons of maintenance drinking.
You got your MD?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's good. I mean, at least you said your piece. There's a lot of times where like I wish I would have said my piece in situations like that, but I was like, oh, I'll forego the confrontation. But then later on, I just feel like,
yeah, but I was pinned, dude. What do you want me to do? I was
Right.
pinned. I couldn't move.
Yeah. No, you have to say something when it's like that.
Yeah. It was a thing. After that, I'm like, I can't be on a plane anymore.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I don't want to, man. I wish my family was a little bit closer so I could like drive comfortably to them. But like, that's another thing. I fucking hate driving, and I'm not gonna drive for a day straight, and all the risks that you incur along the way.
Maybe like a fan boat.
That would be pretty cool if we
be
had like
loud.
We should do that because like how you have the intracoastal waterway, and you can move a pretty good distance up and down the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
We should have one of those right in the middle, like just smack dead in the center of America. And it's just synthetic. It's just completely man-made. It's just a giant fan boat line.
Yeah, dude.
You get from California to South Carolina.
Yeah, it'd be a new railway, dude.
It'd be fucking genius. That's what Elon Musk needs to get on.
He's missing out again.
Well, it's like, fuck these stupid underground tubes, dude. Nobody wants them. Nobody needs them.
Well,
give us the fan boat lane.
Maybe people want them. First of all, the tube wouldn't have been underground. Well, it starts underground. I'm talking about the Hyperloop.
Right.
It's going to be above ground, partial vacuum. It's fucking bogus. I'm not going into physics.
No, they can look at the past
it,
episodes for that.
It's fucking bullshit. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to get into it.
Fair enough. But you would back him if he did the fan boat lane?
I would consider it more than Hyperloop.
Fair enough, dude. It sounds more fun, honestly, than a fucking Hyperloop.
Yeah.
Let's see. So another one. This was a crazy one I read the other day. Pedophile confesses to killing JonBenet Ramsey in a letter to a friend.
It's probably fake, dude.
Well, who knows? Like, so basically, if you're not familiar with the case of JonBenet Ramsey, then I don't know where the fuck you've been over the past 30 odd years or whatever. But here in Boulder, Colorado, JonBenet Ramsey, how old was she? She was 6.
You just doxed us.
Yeah, she was murdered and found in her own home. And for years now, let's see, like the parents have been implicated in it, or like they've always been prime suspects. The younger brother, or her older brother, but like the other kid in the family
was always brought up.
Right, which I always maintained was a very plausible situation.
They put out that doc. What is that? That was that doc about this whole thing. I thought, and or like one of the like NBC or some shit did, and like they kind of were like saying maybe the brother did it.
Oh, like kind of alluding.
The brother actually sued them.
Oh shit!
Because of that.
Well, I mean, I would too, honestly. I mean, if I were innocent in like a high-profile
if you were
case
guilty
like this, or I guess yeah, that's a
either
good point. Either way, you're getting sued.
You better sue him because, it's I don't know, man. It's a
greasy
bizarre,
case.
Like, yeah.
But
totally.
So this guy's name's Gary Oliva or Oliva, Oliva, whatever the fuck. Gary Oliva, 54, is a convicted pedophile currently serving a 10-year sentence in Colorado for possession of child pornography, but is up for parole in 2020. And in a letter he wrote, "I never loved anyone like I did JonBenet, and yet I let her slip in her head, and her head bashed in half, and I watched her die," Oliva wrote in a letter to his former classmate, Michael Vale. "It was an accident. Please believe me. She was not like the other kids." So, that could go either way. He sounds like a crazy guy.
I think it's just a crazy dude.
And obviously he is a crazy guy. I mean, look at what he's in jail for and all this other shit. There's something very disturbed about this gentleman.
Oh, well.
But
touching kids, dude.
But there's like all these weird fucking details and shit like that surrounding how he was somehow affiliated with the family and all this other shit. So it is plausible that he may have had something to do with it. But I was surprised because this was an article in Rolling Stone, and I haven't seen any other outlets pick it up yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is fucking massive. Like, this was something that had the world guessing, like, what the fuck is going on with this kid?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. And there's that guy right there. But, like, it's just really weird because they also found it, like, multiple DNA evidence, like from multiple people on the garments and stuff like that they found the JonBenet Ramsey wearing and shit like that. And it wasn't necessarily like DNA in the sense that you would be thinking of it or whatever.
Okay.
But then they also said that like somebody staged a sexual assault as well, which is also weird.
Yeah.
So it's like this guy's a convicted pedophile and stuff like that. I feel like if he indeed had the access to this child physically, he wouldn't have faked a sexual crime or anything like that. He wouldn't have. I think it would have been real. Like there would have been no reason to say it was
right.
It was
I think you bring up a great point. He would probably just did it.
Right, and they would have found actual DNA and like stuff like that.
That's a really good point.
So this whole thing is just very weird and still developing. I guess the state is now kind of looking into this and seeing if there's any weight to what he's saying, because apparently, he is fucking nuts. But he also said in a letter that like he had killed other kids and that meeting her had caused him to not want to kill kids anymore. So this could actually like branch off into like some other, like solving some other missing persons cases and shit like that.
True.
Hopefully. I mean, it's just sad. Like anything that involves like kids like this is just fucking nuts. Like, and there's no real closure to any of it yet.
No.
But what a fucking butthole.
Well, yeah.
He can go fuck himself.
On another note.
Yeah.
Wolves spotted in Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
are they, Where were they? I saw something about that the other day. Where were they seeing them?
Moffat County. It's like the northwest corner
Okay.
of Colorado.
Yeah, I'm doing the drywall at the new McDonald's up there in Moffat County. Gotta wake my ass up at 5 a.m. every day this week. Fudge. All right.
Office Space.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know if you necessarily need to call that one out.
Just figured for the listeners.
For your fucking mom.
Okay.
I couldn't get anything out fast enough. I'm just like I'm on that fucking edible cruise.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess we could let's move into Bologna Boys.
Bologna Boys.
Now today, I decided to flip it on its ear this week because it's not a bologna boy.
Uh-huh.
We've got us our first bologna girl. And I found this video a couple of days ago, and it enraged me because you see a lot of women taken to the streaming thing these days. You know, a lot of girls playing video games for
Sure.
Twitch and, you know, doing streams on
Sure.
YouTube, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And this one particular streamer that we're about to get into, she's a let me get rid of this creepy music. I always let it go a little bit too long, I feel like. I just really like the piano.
It's kind of cool.
But this chick, she's been around for a little while. I don't really want to like say her name or anything like that because I just don't even want to like give her one or two plugs that might result from this episode.
You don't want to dox her.
Yeah, that either. But no, this bitch was on the other night, and there's nothing really credible about her. Like her content is, I wouldn't even call it content. She just kind of plays video games mediocre level shit, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
she kind of just gets the donations she gets like money for just being a girl playing video games.
Right.
Which that just makes me sick to begin with. You know,
I mean,
she's clearly just capitalizing on
if you got
a bunch of fucking wizards.
Oh yeah, if you got it, flaunt it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
But that's the thing, she doesn't got it.
But okay, if you were in her position, I know you do it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Are you kidding me? If I were in her position, I would be doing a lot worse than that. Are you kidding me?
Come on, Dale.
Fucking utter lack of respect I have for myself. There's no way I wouldn't just be a fucking prostitute.
You'd be
day
twitching
one.
hard, dude.
I'd be getting some mileage out of a couple body parts.
The fucking be a cam girl.
Dog, I wouldn't be driving the shipmobile, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, you'd be a fucking cam girl, dude. Partying out.
Absolutely. Probably still drinking
Sitting on a bad dragon all the time.
while I'm trying to fucking take one to the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut up. Here, let's play her video though. This bitch.
Wanna?
So this is a video that she was streaming the other night, and like she just starts bitching about not having subscribers and stuff like that. It's just the most entitled horse shit, and it's dreck. But I'm gonna play it because it's enraging, and it's just, I don't know. Here, let's just watch her.
About how I need subs to keep the stream going. If you like the content, blah blah blah. How that results in 0 subs. There are regulars here.
That stupid face, like that stupid, like eyes open very wide, looking at the camera, like, come on, guys. And she looks maybe a step above Arya Stark. Her eyes are weird. She's got a weird facial structure. She's just a run-of-the-mill average bitch.
I'll give you that for sure.
Nothing special about this woman.
Mm-mm.
There are regulars here. $5 a month.
See, just ugh.
How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. What are you doing with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5 to...
Could you ever in your life imagine being that empty and that devoid of talent?
Oh, I know, but what's bugging me is she's asking the question, how can you watch me for hours and not have $5? Well, are you a fucking idiot? Because they've been watching you. They're not doing anything else.
Exactly.
They're not making $5 to pay you.
Dude,
they're just watching you.
You fucking nailed it. You fucking
Come
nailed
on
it.
now. She's trying to be... You gotta flip that shit on that bitch.
She's a fucking baloney girl.
to provide for the content that you're watching.
No content. No content.
There are I have a wall of non-subs. This is fucking actually really heartbreaking.
Oh, is
because
it?
it's like people just really
Non-subs.
they really don't respect me as a content creator.
Who could respect you? You don't respect yourself, you fucking talentless nothing.
Dr. Phil.
I'd love to fucking see her laying on her side with a panicked look on her face and a man with a turban and a hacksaw standing over her.
Oh my god.
She should go backpacking in
That's not
Morocco.
good. Oh.
Fucking bag of shit broad. So yeah, that's that video though. That's like a
She playing Counter-Strike?
no. She plays
That's
like
Counter-Strike.
no. That's the guy
Counter-Strike.
who made this video. Like this is a video from a
okay.
guy who was basically just tearing her down like we just did.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he has like videos of him playing Counter-Strike in the background as he's trashing these people. It's a real G move.
Nah, not really.
And then in a twist,
Is that Sway?
yeah. So in a twist, this week I told you that I had two choices for Bologna Boy this week, or Bologna Girl, we should say. But since they were two short ones that I found, I just decided to not decide and just do both of them.
So
because
this is a Bologna Boy right here.
this is a Bologna Girl, another Bologna Girl.
Okay.
So this particular Bologna Girl, her name is Lil Debbie, and she's a, in quotations, rapper. But she was on Sway's show on Shade 45 recently, and or actually not recently. This was in 2013. Wow, way to do your research, Rick. But so basically they're asking her like the origin of her name, and it's just infuriating. She's the dumbest bitch too.
I'm trying to figure out. You like snacks? Is that why your name Little Debbie? I'm trying to explain it to me. Tell me.
It's like a couple of situations that ended up me being Little Debbie.
And she is a very like grotesquely skinny, no features, straight up, straight down white bitch.
It's not good.
She like that right there to me, like she's got the body of like a prepubescent child.
Yep.
Like if you find this chick sexually attractive, you're probably a pedophile.
Yeah, that would be a bad. Yeah, wouldn't be good.
If you think Lil Debbie's hot, you killed John Benet Ramsey.
Oh, yeah, probably.
She's dead.
Oh yeah, they found actually wasn't her body found in a wine cellar?
Yeah.
Try the wine.
And
She's dead.
thank you.
Lil Debbie originated with Kreayshawn and the White Girl Mob.
Okay.
And she was like,
The
you
White
can't just
Girl
use your
Mob.
name, you have to use a stage name.
What's the
And I was
White Girl
like, well,
Mob?
why?
So there's another. This was like a thing. She just referenced another rapper, Kreayshawn, who's another.
Kreayshawn?
Yeah, who's another like. I think it's her sister, if I'm not mistaken, because they look very similar. I'm pretty sure they're
Wait,
sisters.
the rapper's name is Kreayshawn.
Yeah, and she looks just like her.
Oh,
Probably paler.
that's odd.
Why is that?
You'd think she would have a similar food name to her sister.
You would think.
Yeah. That's why.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know. Don't get snappy with me, you fucking prick.
Why do I have to have a stage name? And she was like, you don't get it. You have to have one. So at the time, we were very obsessed with Waka Flocka, and he has a song that's dedicated to his mother, Lil Debbie.
God, this bitch is dumb.
And out of the three of them, they were like, well, you have the most booty.
What? Look at. Does she look like she
Does
has
she?
anything that resembles a booty?
I'm not convinced.
Jesus Christ.
No.
And then this Monique looking bitch standing next to her is like, what the fuck are you talking about? You could just look at her face. She wants to fucking level her.
She doesn't look happy about it. I don't blame her.
I know, right? She's basically the backup for Sway in his show, and then she's got to sit here and listen to this stupid little bitch talk about her career and her
that's
projects.
That's gotta be a bummer.
I had the most booty. No, the fuck you did not.
No.
Jesus Christ.
So we're gonna call you Lil Debbie, and it just kind of like I went through like
That doesn't make
30
sense.
nicknames
She
to,
was
like,
must have
try-
been
that
standing
one
next
just-
to a bunch of 5th grade boys when someone said that to her.
It just doesn't make sense.
Because-
She just said it's because she has the most booty, so they call her Lil Debbie. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it doesn't. There's no correlation to a large butt and Little Debbie.
No, I mean, I
I'll be
if
honest
you-
with you, I used to like Little Debbie's though. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're cool.
You know,
I was more of a Twinkie guy.
Never did Twinkies.
Not a Twinkie guy?
Nope, not once.
I didn't do Twinkies until like probably I think it was like my teen years. And the only reason
Were you
was
freezing them and
because
sitting on them?
no.
Oh, well,
No,
teen years.
I was hanging out with Skylar by then. I didn't have to.
Ah, fair enough.
But no. Speaking of, Skylar had came into this giant container full of Twinkies. He just got a giant container full of Twinkies. Now, when I say giant, I
How do
mean
you
like
come into a?
like a Pyrex, or I mean like a big plastic tub
Okay.
full of Twinkies.
Why are there that many Twinkies in one spot?
Well, I forgot. This has been so long ago. We were like 13, 14 when this happened. But basically what happened was when he came into that bountiful payload of Twinkies, I decided to like start causing mischief with them. So me and my friend Neil, we got a bunch of Twinkies and we walked down the street to our friend Billy's house. And we walked into his house and we had Twinkies already open, like in our hand. And we went back into his bedroom and I opened up the door and he was like balancing, doing like a manual on a skateboard. And like there's a bunch of girls in his room, like sitting on the bed watching him. And I was like, hey, Billy. And I just threw the Twinkies in his face. He fell down off the skateboard. Well, he immediately starts chasing us. And I run out of the house and Neil runs out behind me and everything like that. I get to the end of the street and that's when I like lose Neil because I was way faster. And I hear Neil in the background. Ah! And I look back and Billy's on top of him just swinging and they're in the ditch. And I hear Neil yelling, oh, we're friends, we're friends, we're friends.
Not that day.
That's actually, I know I've told a couple of stories before this, but like that's what started the neighborhood wars where like Skylar's house ended up getting covered in condoms with glow sticks in them and shit like that. And then we had a really bad battle one time. It was late at night and we were all up on Skylar's roof and we were throwing Twinkies down at kids that were throwing piss condoms up at us.
Oh, God. You're throwing treats down to people throwing piss at you. What are you doing?
Well, the whole thing was we started the war with the Twinkies, so that was our main weapon. We were the Twinkie boys.
Right, but now you're giving away Twinkies for piss. That doesn't even make any sense.
It was in the spirit of war. I don't expect you to understand.
Grab some fucking rocks, dude.
No, are you kidding? I don't want to hurt my friends. I want maybe throw piss and...
They're throwing piss at you. You're trying to get Hep C, but you're not trying to hurt your friends?
We allowed biological warfare. That was okay. But everybody knows you can't catch it if you know the person. If you're friends with them, you can't catch hepatitis.
Okay.
At least to my understanding, I believe that's how it works.
Yeah.
Guys, let us know if I'm uninformed when it comes to that. But yeah, dude, it was just a stupid little fun thing to do when we were kids.
Call Doc Martin.
Well, it started getting really bad. I filled up a condom with like molasses, syrup, ketchup, all in hot sauce and all this other shit.
Yeah.
And I just like wrapped it really tight and I took it over there and the fucking it wasn't Billy who was at the door. Somebody else was at the door and they saw me coming. And they saw what I had in my hand because it just looked like a big brown and red gelatinous water balloon essentially. But as they were closing the door, I threw it as hard as I could and it like got caught in between the jamb and the door.
Yep.
And it blew up all over these fucking white leather couches. And Billy's mom called Skylar's house because she knew that's where we ran back to. And boy, did she let me have it over the phone. And but I will say to her credit, she was super cool because she didn't tell my parents. She knew that like they would fucking lose it on me if she told my parents that I ruined her brand new white leather sofas.
Yeah. You'd be dead.
Yeah, no, definitely. And there was a couple of times where like my friend's parents went to bat for me and just fucking like had my back. So I didn't go, because I'd go on lockdown all summer, dude, if I fucked up too hard.
Well, yeah, you don't want to fuck up too hard, dude.
No, man, they're out there cracking whips.
Yeah, dude. No, you gotta. I've done some piss moves. I'll tell you some secrets.
All right.
That's how you make your move, dude.
Some piss moves.
Yeah. In high school, I remember this. Like these two groups would always fuck with each other.
Yeah.
And we'd always try to do pranks on these dudes. Yeah. So I had the idea of this dude used to have like I don't know what kind of, it's like an old van. Not old, but like mid-90s van.
Like a Aerostar?
No.
I know we can do a lot of van talk in this show.
A lot of vintage van talk here. No, not like the Aerostar. No. But of the same era. I can't remember what brand it was, but so we'd always make those moves. So I'm like, I'm gonna fuck. This guy's name was Nate. I'll abbreviate his last name as D.
Okay.
Nate D. His name's
You're doxing piss bandits.
no, the name's too unique. I'm just saying. So, yeah, no. So I'm like, oh fuck! I got out of school a little bit early. I set it up. I pissed in a Gatorade bottle, and I looked like I screwed the top on, but I broke the threads.
Yeah.
The area where you thread, like the top part where you thread it.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And
I know
then
how
just
lids work.
set the top of the orange thing on it. The
Okay.
top of the cap still on it. So if you're a fucking idiot, you grab it and be like,
I'm guessing this kid was an idiot.
So I waited in my car for him to get it in his fucking van. So, and he got in, or no, he didn't get in. He's walking up. I'm like, hey, check the hood of your car. Cause I put it right, not on the hood, but like right where on the above the,
like where the wipers are.
no,
right before?
Above that. So like where you drive, like, the driver's side, wherever you step in.
Yeah.
Right on that top of
That's called the roof of the car.
On the roof.
You left your piss bottle on the roof of the
I
car.
did. Yeah. Played it perfect. He's like, oh, I'm going to get you. So he just grabs it to go throw it because he thinks the cap is on. And he just fucking goes like that. And he just gets my warm piss.
Oh.
Like, we're talking like not this size, like
like an old school, like a regular.
Yeah. All
dude.
Over his clothes. These are fucking, when you're at school, man, that's your clothes are like, yeah.
Was that like in the beginning of the day or?
No. It was at the end of the day.
Oh, thank God, dude. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes it's better to be pissed off than pissed on.
It's fair.
That's fair. Kill myself after the show. Dude, we did something fucked up to my buddy Thomas's car one time. It was like summertime, school's getting out, and like at lunch break, was it lunch or I don't know if it could have been lunch, but like it was like towards the end of the day, we like a couple of us snuck out and we put plastic wrap around his Trans Am.
It's a good move.
He actually had a Firebird, if I'm not mistaken. That's what that was.
Ah.
But anyway, we thought it was a funny prank, but like we come out at the end of the day and like the plastic wrap was like melted onto the car. So we looked like a bunch of gooses.
You got goosed, dude.
Yeah,
It's goosed.
You know, we meant well. He was already going to freak out about the plastic wrap. He was a very tightly wound gentleman. There's a lot of pranks that went south fast growing up.
They always do, dude.
Well, yeah. Well, there's always that one fucking guy in the group who's like not satisfied with throwing eggs. He's like, yo, let's kick a door in and kill someone.
Yeah, he's like got to be take it up to that sociopath level. Like,
yeah, exactly.
There's always one guy mucking up the works, dude.
Well, I mean, I guess that guy was kind of probably me most of the time.
It's potentially.
Yo, fuck ringing their doorbell and run and break a window. I still can't believe that shit, dude. Like, right before I moved here, we were just like drunk in the back of a truck, slingshotting windows out.
Right before you got here? What do you mean you can't believe that? Richard, that was like fucking 10 years ago.
That was, 6 years ago,
Yeah.
dude.
Ooh, like you're waxing fantastic about a year ago.
I am waxing
this was
fantastic.
Fucking 8 years ago at this point.
6. Don't fucking...
Okay.
Don't get in the way of me and waxing fantastic or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I'm saying whatever. I mean, it's been a while. You've been here for a while.
It's been a while. There wasn't a dick there. All right, we got to cut it there, else we're going to get a fucking cease and desist.
Oh, dude, yes.
You think that dude's still making music? Since I've counted
I think he is, actually. Yeah.
I mean,
I think probably.
Can't front, I mean, for the time, that was some pretty edgy stuff.
No, I mean, it was what it was, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. He's probably doing music still. What else is he gonna do?
I don't know. That's a good point. There's not too much work out there for short, balding, fat guys.
Yeah,
it's a quick typecast, if anything.
He went really right wing pretty hard, I guess. Like that's so.
I think that sounds like
I think he has
vicious
a target.
rumors.
No, I think he has like a target market like that.
That's kind of weird. You see, I mean,
You can Google it. It'll say he's like a big right wing guy.
I guess that is like the edgiest thing you can do, though.
I
Like
think
when
he
you're
goes to like Second Amendment stuff and look, I'm definitely for the Second Amendment. I'm just saying I'm not judging it either way. I'm just saying he goes to
Fucking
he goes to like Second Amendment rallies and stuff. I think and does music. I could be wrong. I could have made that whole thing up. I think he's right wing.
Yeah, I kind of want to know now. I mean, but it does seem. I mean, I get it. That makes sense. Like,
I mean, I could be wrong. I think he is though.
For the demographic that type of music appealed to at the time, I could see that, like, seeing what your fan base is and still wanting to be able to remain relevant in that demographic. I guess you would do certain things like that, or maybe, who knows, maybe the guy really is into that, because it is also like he seemed to be an edgy guy, and I feel like that's an edgy move, taking the road less popular as far as that's concerned with his politics.
Yeah.
But what are
I
you
would
gonna
say
do?
so.
Who gives a fuck?
Oh no, I'm just saying.
It's been a while.
I don't even remember.
I know, I can't remember. He was I don't know, man. Deep message in this.
It's really deep, man. Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking the other day, you know how Tarantino's making one more movie?
Quentin?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Thought you meant Mark.
No, Steve.
Mark,
yes.
Not Mark Tarantino. Okay, no, yeah. Quentin,
his,
sure.
His younger cousin, Stephen Tarantino. Topher Tarantino.
Oh.
He's married to Portia Degrassi.
No, yeah, that would have been... Oh, that wouldn't have been good.
But I was thinking, like, there's all this speculation about, like, what it's going to be. A lot of people allude to, like, the fact that, oh, he's been talking about he might do a horror. I would love it. Well, I would like it if he approached the Bible. Like, I want to see him do something on that scale.
The Bible?
Yeah, like, because, like, look at how he tackled slavery with Django. The movie is a perfect movie. It's a very...
Yeah, but doesn't he only have one movie left? He says he only get... I don't want to waste it on that.
But no, hear me out, though. I want the stories, like, certain stories of the Bible told through, like, all the characters in his past films. Like, they play out these different situations. Like, wouldn't it be cool to see Vince Vega, like, going through some weird moral quandary?
Who would Vince Vega be?
Well, who knows? That's what I'm saying. I didn't get that far, Adam. This is just something I was
All right.
thinking about. Like, I'd like to see.
You should have thought it out. You thought about it, what, for 5 seconds, and then you walked away.
No one fucking knows what he's gonna do next.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if you thought about it, you would have had... He played this. If you didn't really think about it.
This is just fucking small talk because we're about to end the fucking show. That's all this was. I wasn't out here fucking writing paragraphs about what I want to see.
You should have put something in there. Like,
fuck
you should have developed it. That's all I'm saying. If I think about something like that, I'm definitely at least going that far with it.
No, you are not. I know you, dude. And you're not doing that shit at all. What you would do is you would have that idea, you'd look at the floor, then you'd look back up and you'd go, oh, that's fucking stupid, and you'd walk away, and you'd sit there in your house in silence like you do, brooding. That's what you do. You're a brooding man.
I don't brood.
You brood.
There's no brooding.
You have a hideout in the mountains. You brood.
It may be an eagle's nest. But, no.
Every time
I don't brood. I like to hang out there.
Every time Adam walks out of his house, and I'm on the FaceTime thingy with him, every single time you walk outside, I love it when the first thing you hear is that.
No, I know.
There's just chickens and turkeys.
Turkey making a goddamn noise. I guess it's more of a turkey nest than an eagle's nest.
Well, the fucking turkeys
or
know
a chicken
their own.
nest. None of them make nest. Turkeys don't make. I can't say a chicken nest or a turkey nest, but I'll say that. Yeah, it's more of a turkey nest than chicken nest.
What's wrong with the turkeys we got?
They cluck pretty good. Well, they gobble pretty good. Chickens cluck.
Oh, dude, we didn't even. We should play that audio so that the people know what we're talking about when we do that.
What?
It drank pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick because we've been saying that a lot, and I feel like there's no frame of reference for it.
Yeah.
So like forever ago, there was this meeting at the Alabama State of the Alabama State of Representatives were discussing a bill that was being proposed that was going to allow people to brew their own beer.
Yep.
And I'm guessing that whoever this politician is that comes up to speak.
No, so what this is
This was also part of it.
Like to brew your own beer was part of it?
You could brew your own beer, and they wanted to increase the alcohol content to 6%.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the politician that we're about to hear from, he obviously he's got his pockets lined with the money from these major brewers in America. And he's got a problem with this homebrew situation because obviously it's gonna affect him monetarily.
He's getting some
So they let this guy come up to the podium, and this is what he had to say about
You might have some good points about it.
about homebrewers.
Yeah, what's wrong with the beer we got? I mean, the beer we got drank pretty good, don't it? I ain't never heard nobody complain about the beer we have. It drank pretty good.
So
Budweiser.
he's not wrong.
No, he's not. It's just the fact he
bringing up some great points there.
The man's a purist. But the fact that he's like, what does he give a shit that somebody tries to make their own beer?
I don't know.
Does he realize how much time, effort, and equipment?
The fact that they're having he's having a public conversation about this,
and also
it's
how
ridiculous.
How he's articulating it, I think, has a lot to do with how serious he's being taken.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if he's taking it serious. He came in, he's like, I can write anything for this.
What's wrong with the beer?
They drink pretty good. Okay, fair enough. You're right, but
oh yeah,
could you give us some examples, maybe?
Oh yes, and yes he can. He's gonna start naming them.
Budweiser. What's the name of some of them other beers?
Wait, that's it. So in the video, he's got a guy with him at the podium that's holding a bunch of papers and shit, and he chimes in.
Budweiser, what is it? Miller? Miller? Cool.
Did he say?
It drank pretty good, don't it? Mr. Jackson, who asked you to sponsor this beer? The Freedom Hops Foundation.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what kind of foundation is that? These are young people from I would use the term from Germany that came in with Mercedes. From Germany?
What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Okay.
So now you guys have some context whenever you hear that.
Yeah, anytime we're addressing something, what's wrong with the X, we, Y? Nice, we got, I guess. Y is pretty good.
Yeah.
That would be the setup there.
I fucking love it, dude. And it's never going to get old. That's one of those ones that just,
it's already old, but yeah. We got to keep riding it out.
This fucking friendship's getting old, dude. I'm getting sick of you fucking talking over me when I'm trying to get my lines out. You and I are about to have a discussion.
Wasn't aware there was lines coming out.
Just stomping me in the neck, dude. Holy shit. Thank you, everybody. It's been a blast.
Yeah, it's been all right.
Holy shit. Make sure you guys go like all of our shit on Facebook and all the other social media. Catch us on Instagram at The Real Brass Tacks. And catch me
Could
at
you spell it?
The Real Brass Tacks?
Well, like, people know how to spell the real brass, but maybe they're confused about how to spell tax.
Tacks.
There we go.
If you can't spell that,
You heard
I don't
it
know
first.
if I want you listening.
I might want you listening.
And if you guys at home have any suggestions or anything for the show, anything you might want covered, go ahead and send your suggestions or any kind of correspondence to therealbrasstacks@gmail.com.
Yeah, dude, that's funny you mentioned that. I did buy a shredder that came in the mail last night.
Nice.
So we can print those out and shred them.
Okay.
And not even read them.
And then we'll just do our show.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, and make sure you guys go and
I don't know. Send your
I've got more plugs. Make sure you guys check out our friends over at the Vulgarians podcast. One of their hosts, Eric, is going to be joining us in the near future for an episode, and we'll be joining him for his show as well. So check them out all over where podcasts are found. I can't speak today.
If you lived on Bulgaria, what would the weird language be called?
Bulgarian.
Okay.
And it would employ the use of cunt.
Would it? Yeah, well, I guess it would. Yeah,
heavily.
Bulgarian. Yeah.
Be saying a lot of C word.
Yeah, I would hope so, at the very least. You know.
All right. So we will catch y'all fools next week. Go fuck your mother.
You know, this ass eating thing, I get it. But you got to come in, with a clean ass.